Yo, 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 what's up? This is John from Judge Innovation Growth, capital of the state, baby, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Um, what's up, Elko? What's up, T-Bone? Daggone, I cannot, well, shoot. I thought I could put the link up here, but apparently I can't. So we're gonna let a few people come in here, see what we got going on. Crap. What's up, Tulu? I thought I, daggone, I got the hiccups. So I got a Premiere that is loading, and that son of a gun's been trying to load all day long. All day. It's been trying to load all day. Well, it's been trying to load for the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours. What's up from Brazil? What's up? It's been trying to load for like last 4 or 5 hours. Well, that's good, T-Bone. Yeah, like I said, I got this daggone premiere, like this 6-7 minute premiere. Yeah, I know, Tulu, and I was like, man, I want to drop this premiere. And it's like a 6-7 minute video, and there's no editing, there's no nothing. It's just me talking. And I just checked it a while ago, and it said 22 hours to upload it. I said, man, you're crazy. You're crazy. Crazy. So I copied the link, and I was gonna put the link in the chat, but I can't put the link in the chat because I can't comment. But I got some stuff I want to let everybody know, and then I'm just gonna let the premiere just whatever, and then I guess I changed the time to tomorrow. I guess I had it set for 8 o'clock tonight, but damn, I didn't know it was gonna take 22 hours for it to upload a 6.5 minute video. So we're just gonna let a few people get in here, and then gonna tell y'all what I've been. Yeah, well, I'm glad it ain't just me. I mean, daggone. So, and I tried to do a short, but it's a lot of information to cover in 3 minutes, man. I'd be like daggone the micro man talking about. So, what's up, Carolina? What's up, Tulu? So we're gonna wait just a few more minutes, maybe, I don't know, give it about 2 or 3 more minutes, and then I'm gonna tell y'all what I've been cooking on. Cars in the cut, he's here. Hey, Cars has got it. Hey, Cars, do you have that link that I sent you? Cars, do you have that link that I sent you? And if you do, can you post it so I can pin it? Now, can I pin that? How do I pin that? All right. So here we go. So let me tell you something. All right. So check this out. It won't work in vertical. All right. It won't work in vertical. All right. So let me tell y'all what I've been working on. Let me tell y'all what I've been working on. Let me sit down right here. I tell you what, my lower back has been whooping my ass. All right. All right. So check this out. So I have been working on some stuff, and I haven't been working on it alone. I've actually been working on it with 2 other people. And so a lot of people ask me about merchandise. A lot of people ask me about, hats, shirts, hoodies, stuff like that, right? So with that being said, I got a premiere that's going to kind of go into it like a different platform. It'll be a premiere. But also, I figured I'd jump on live because it's taking so long to damn upload that video. So let me just tell you what we got going on. So WTF Mike and Cars in the Cut. So, they've been helping me backstage. I asked them both about, I'm trying to been looking at a storefront, right? Looking like like a storefront, right? So I see a lot of people on YouTube have storefronts and stuff like that. That's why I was asking earlier about how did y'all feel about people putting their Cash App, their PayPal, their Venmo, their Apple Pay, and all that stuff in their chat and saying, hey, send me $1, send me $5, send me $10 or whatever. That's why I was asking that earlier today in my shorts. And the reason why I was asking you that is because I was trying to get the feel, I was trying to get the temperature of the room, right? I was trying to get the temperature of the room to kind of see where everybody's headspace was at, right? So this is what I came up with. So, we're going to start manufacturing parts. We're going to start manufacturing parts. So we're going to start manufacturing parts, airbag brackets, coilover brackets, LS engine covers, valve cover covers, whatever else I can come up with, right? And I needed somewhere to put that on a storefront, right? So to be more professional, right? Also, when I made a comment the other day, when I said, there's a lot of hobbyists out there. This is not a hobby, right? Right? So this is not a hobby. This is what I do for a living. This is what I pay my bills. This is what I feed my family with. I've been doing this for, I've been working on cars and fabricating for 3 decades and teaching. If you're new to the channel, you don't know my backstory. But if you're not new to the channel, right? So with that being said, trying to figure out how to be more professional, because a lot of people will ask me, hey man, how do I get a shirt? How do I get a hat? How do I do this? And I was like, hey, just text me and I'll send you a hat. Do this and I'll send you a shirt. Do this, do that, do that, do that. And it's a lot, right? It is a lot. So I see a lot of guys have Amazon stores and stuff like that, right? So with that being said, I asked Cars in the Cut about a storefront, and I talked to WTF Mike about a storefront. So Cars in the Cut sent me this link about this storefront. He dropped the link in the chat. What's up, Garrett? He dropped the link in the chat. But with that being said, message retracted. What, you deleted a message? So with that being said, Cars dropped the link in the chat, and he might have to do it periodically because I can't pin it. So I got a premiere dropping just whenever it gets loaded, talking about what I'm telling you. So I'm just going to do it live and we'll do it again. So I have a storefront that has t-shirts and hats that I already have made on. There's the link right there. Cars dropped it down in the link. So right there, Cars dropped the link. That takes you to my storefront. And right now there's just t-shirts and hats. That's all that's on there. Now, the price that is listed on that product, that's shipping included, right? So it's free shipping the 50 states in the United States. If it goes abroad, international, when you click on it to check out international, it will add shipping to those prices accordingly, right? But in the United States, in all 50 states, it should be free shipping. So we did a test run, Cars in the Cut and WTF Mike. I had them both do some test runs and everything's good. And then I made the page go live, right? So the merchandise page is live right now. I've already reached out to my friend Casey at Harrison Art Company, and I've already talked to him about some new shirt ideas, some hoodies, some pullovers, some beanies, and some new hats, a new hat design, right? So, all right, so I don't know where it left y'all at. I noticed, well, what's up, Angie? All right, what's up, Angie? What's up, Elko? What's up, SS Stunt One? So, if you look at the page, if you look at the channel, there's three links. The first link says PayPal, which says tech support and tips. The second one says tech support and tips, which is Cash App. And then the third link is for the storefront. The storefront, we're still working on it, but it is live, it is active. Between Cars in the Cut and WTF Mike, we did it in the backstage and everything was good. I had both of them do some stuff and it was working fine. And then I made the page go live. So the storefront is live. Just as soon as I get some stuff, I'm still learning. There's a lot of software where I can do like coming soon, promotional, discount, holiday sales, stuff like that. So that's great. Do a lot of parts like airbag brackets, coilover brackets, upper and lower control brackets. There's a lot of stuff that I got in my head that I want to do. And then once we do it, me and my son, once we do it, then we can put it on the storefront, and then there we go. We'll have it available for purchase. So that's what that is. The other two links, the PayPal and the PayPal and the Cash App, it says tech support and tips. So I watched this guy that had a shitload of subscribers, right? So a shitload of subscribers. And I reached out to him and they reached back out to me through email. And we were talking about, my question was, tech support and stuff like that. So they kind of did a deep dive on my channel and they said, man, you give out a lot of free information during the day, a lot. Do you get any phone calls during the day? Do you get any phone calls during the day with people asking you questions and tech support? And I said, absolutely. They says, well, hey, look, if somebody calls you between 8 and 5 and they asked you a question and you spend an hour on the telephone, that's an hour away from what you were supposed to be doing. So they've called you personally and asked you a question. You should get compensated for that. And I said, yeah, like Womack does. Womack's got all the archives from Mopar, from junkyard cars or graveyard cars. We used him one time at Petty's, and it cost to ask him how to do stuff and overspray and pin marks and stuff like that, because we were doing a concourse car and it had to be right. So he said you can set it up, do like a 1-800 number through an app, and then it's only available for a certain time of day. Or if you get somebody to call you, you can get a 1-800 number and they can call you, whatever. Or you can just do it simple And if somebody calls you and they want to ask you a question, he's like, hey, yeah, not a problem. I'll ask you, you want to ask me a question during business hours? Here's my PayPal. Here's my Cash App. This is what it's going to cost for you to talk to me for an hour. And he said, and a lot of people ain't going to call you and ask you anything because a lot of people's not going to deal with that. But you're going to have them people that will call to get the interaction to talk to somebody instead of talking to somebody on YouTube through Messenger or through chat or something to actually hear. So just like when your computer breaks, you call somebody and they fix it remotely or anything. It's just a service that you're offering, and you might not get but one phone call a month, but at least you got one phone call a month. So with that being said, I said, okay, cool. So that's why I asked, I'll catch up on the comments in a second. That's why I asked earlier about how did y'all feel about people putting their PayPal and their PayPal and their Cash App and their Apple Pay and all that stuff in their YouTube channel and soliciting for gains. I'm not soliciting. I'm offering a service, right? Now, if you watch my videos during the week, like my friend Mark up in West Virginia, I've known him for a pretty good while. He says you give out a lot of information. You give out a lot of information for free during the day when other people, like car builders and stuff, wouldn't even give anybody the time of day. Absolutely zero. So I've been blessed with people sending me gifts. I've been blessed with people giving me super chats. That's not why I'm on my channel. I'm on my channel to promote my business and to promote fellowship with other people and to help people that are struggling. Now, if people want to give me monetized gains, that's on them. If somebody wants to send me a hat, they send me a hat. Somebody wants to send me something, that's on you. That's not what this is about. I am not soliciting for anything. I'm just saying, hey, look, for 2026, I'm offering a new service and I'm branching out. To share my expertise on something, right? So that's where we're at. That's why I got the storefront, so I can get swag out there, get merchandise. We want a lot of stuff out there. I'm looking at a lot of different stuff because, like I said, Cards in the Cut's like, hey, man, every time people's asking about merchandise. So there we go, merchandise. My son's got this new burn table, and that's NGO Designs. So going to start making parts, going to start doing this. And so I was like, hey, I'm trying to push him in the right direction, and we're just going to run it under the shop and go from there. So that's where I'm at on that. I hope that it's received well. I hope people understand why I'm going this way. I hope they don't get sideways with it. I hope they don't think, oh, I'm just out here trying to do this and do that and be money grabbing or whatever. But you think about it, if I call you on your job and I'm talking to you on the telephone and I talk to you for if I talk to you for an hour and we're just shooting the shit, then that means I took you away from your employer and you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing and you're not working and you're not making them money and you're just riding the clock. That's not fair to you, that's not fair to them, and that's not fair to the customer or whatever you're doing. So if somebody comes up to me, and they call me and I answer the phone and I'm talking to them and we talk for 45 minutes to an hour and I'm explaining to them how to do something or how to fix a dent or how to spray epoxy or how to do this and how to do that, you have taken me away from my job that I'm supposed to be doing, and I have lost that revenue of that hour helping you. And people's probably going to say, well, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to help people. Yeah, you're right. You're supposed to help people. Now, I understand that 100%. And I help a lot of people. right? So I have a lot of folks, right? So when I go on YouTube and I'm an hour on YouTube and I'm working on the Impala, or I'm working on the box truck, or I'm working on this 68C10, or I'm working on the Le Mans, I'm not billing that client for an hour. I'm not doing that. So that's why I try to keep the lives to 60-minute minimum, because, in a normal work day, it's 8 hours. So if I'm on YouTube for an hour, that's 7 hours that I got left, right? And if you take a lunch, which I don't take a lunch, now you're down to 6 hours. So I cannot charge the client the time that I'm on YouTube, even though I'm working on their vehicle. I don't think that's right for me to do that. So when I go live and I'm working on the Impala, I'm not on the clock. I'm on my YouTube time. So that's where I'm at. And YouTube don't pay anything, especially on lives. So, and I'm not on YouTube to make money, but I'm on YouTube to get the word out and kind of advertise and stuff like that. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense to everybody. So, when they've never questioned me, never. But maybe this will kind of just put their mind at rest. If I'm working on your vehicle and I'm on YouTube and I'm live, you're not getting charged for that time that I'm on YouTube. And that's the way I do it. Now, when I get off of YouTube, the clock starts back. I go back in a notebook and our time starts. Now, I might work an extra hour. I'm out here in the shop all the time, so I might work. So today I worked I worked a couple hours a day on the Impala. I worked about 3 hours yesterday on the Impala. That was the weekend, so that was 5 hours. Well, every day this week, I went live an hour. So I went live 5 hours during this week on the Impala. So yesterday I worked 3 hours and today I worked 2 hours. So it kind of washed itself out. We good? Hey, Nathan, are we good? I just see your chat move. Are we good, Nathan? All right, so when you look at, just to follow up, so when you go to my YouTube channel, you go to the main page and you click more, the drop down box, you can see that my email address is there. You can see that my links are there. You have the PayPal link, you have the Cash App link, and you have the storefront link. So with the PayPal link and the Cash App link, if you have a question that you want to, if you need tech support, you have to click that link, and then it's going to take you to either the PayPal page or it's going to take you to the Cash App page. And once it takes it, that you'll have it. Then you can call me, or call me or text me. My phone number is in the daggone my new profile picture. My phone number's there. My phone number's been public since 1996. I've had the same number since 1996. You want to talk about, that's probably the second longest commitment I've had in my entire life, right? So my phone number, right? Me being married is the first, is the second one. The first one is my phone number. So I've had my phone number since 1996, 1997. So that is the longest commitment in my life, my whole entire life, right? I did have a pager as well, a Motorola pager, and that phone number was 1198 was the last four numbers on it. So you'd hit me with the pager, and then I call you back on that Motorola flip phone. So, yeah. When's a good time to drop these parts off? What parts? What parts you talking about? When's a good time? So with that being said, you have to text me and say, hey, look, I got a question, blah, blah, blah. And then we can go through the process, and then we can go through it and we can set it up. Yeah, I got my old pager. But anyways, that's not where we're getting to. So what I'm saying is, if you see the links, that's the links. I'm gonna do some more description changing around. I'm gonna take some of the other stuff out, and go from there. But like I said, when it says tech support and tips, and the reason why I've done tips is because, let's say you don't want to send a super chat, right? Let's see, hold on. So let's say this. Let's say you want to send a super chat and you don't want to send a super chat, right? There's a lot of people that don't want to send super chats because YouTube does take a percentage of the super chat, right? Well, actually, they add to it before they send it, right? So if you have an iPhone, they add like 30% to it, right? And go from there. So I've done the PayPal link and the Cash App link for tips. So if somebody I'm not soliciting. If somebody if they would rather send a super chat or a gift that way, you can send it that way. I'm not telling you to do that. I'm just saying that's another option. Because the reason why I say that is because there's somebody in Texas that mailed me a $9 check. Somebody in Texas mailed me a $9 check. Mailed me a $9 check. I got it in the mail the other day. I wasn't going to say nothing about it. And the reason why I asked that question this morning about, dropping the chats and dropping the PayPal and the Cash App and thing, somebody mailed me a $9 check from Texas. Right? I got it last week. And in that $9 check, it says, I want to show my appreciation, and I'm sending you $9. And there was a little note in there. And it says, the reason why I'm sending it this